What's up, guys? It's Jack coming at you with another custom minifigure showcase. I am back from college for the semester. Well, I came back a little early, but we're not going to get into that in this video. So today I've got 3 custom clones based on the original 2005 to 2008 appearances of the Phase 2 clone troopers. And from left to right, we have Commander Cody, Captain Rex, and Commander Gree, all in those classic versions of how clones used to look. You know, I've always liked the classic versions, the vintage, you could call them. I don't know if 2005 is all that vintage, but it is in the span of my lifetime. So yeah, let's get into it. So up first here is Captain Rex, based on his Phase 2 appearance from Season 4 to 7, I believe, of the Clone Wars. And this is a pretty simple custom. I actually did show off a good amount of this in a previous clone custom showcase, where at the time I had not made custom helmets for any of the figures, and the paintwork on the shoulder pad was very scratched up and didn't look very good. Once again, as most of my customs, you should not be looking at it from the back, but if you look at it from the front, I think it looks pretty good. I gave him these pistols. They're just the regular pistols, but the scopes are cut off. I have the original pistols on the original Phase 1 Rex minifigure on my display, so I didn't have any extras of those for now. So there's what he looks like regularly. I guess we'll start by looking at the head, or the helmet. So the helmet, it looks pretty good, I think. It's a little sloppy in places, but I think it looks, you know, good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks good. I think it looks battle damaged a little bit, maybe. I really like the way the gold and the light blue looks right here. And then I think the blue coming down looks pretty good. If you're familiar with Rex, you know his helmet is shaped a little bit differently than the rest of the clones. So I actually filled in with some clay into the eyes there to make the visor a little bit more flat, instead of, if I take Gree for example, it kind of droops down there, and for Rex it's supposed to be straight. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I'll remove the helmet and the head so that you can see what's underneath. Yeah, the gold's painted. At the time when I made this, I didn't have any extra clone torsos, so I painted like all these bits white that were red. And I've since gotten a lot of extra clones, but I still think this works pretty good. And then I actually do have an unmasked head for Rex. So there's the unmasked head. You could use these for all 3 of the clones, I guess, or I could use them for all 3 of the clones, but I don't really do that. I don't really use this head anymore, just because I prefer the helmet. It's more detailed and it looks pretty cool, in my opinion. The only other thing to touch on is the blue painted on here, and then the blue painted on the camo. Or that's not the camo. I forgot what it's called. The waistcloth, maybe? I don't know. So, yeah, that's Captain Rex. Up next here is Phase 2 Commander Cody. And in the last version that I made of this figure, he just used the standard 212 clone torso and head, and then I used this head with the original Widow's Peak kind of flat top hairpiece with him. I don't think that really worked at all. I was kind of unfamiliar with the actual design of Cody, and I was more trying to go for his design from Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. I'm just gonna move that down a little bit. As you can see, he's got the visor, and the visor is kind of a pain, if I'm being honest, because it often kind of, you know, like droops around a little bit, and it's not really placed on there too well. It's just using a little bit of sticky tack right there, but I think it's all right. The helmet lines up here aren't super accurate. I think they should be like probably more that color, but I kind of messed that up, and it doesn't really bother me too much. I painted orange right here. It's the same color as this. The orange line going down, and then the 2 additional orange lines. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. This isn't my favorite. My favorite is the last one, but this one is pretty cool and it looks nice on the shelf, and I'm pretty happy with it. Last but certainly not least, in my opinion, is Commander Gree. This one I am very happy with. I think it came out really, really cool. For starters, the helmet is just the standard clone helmet, which I then painted silver, and I think it looks pretty good, despite being a little clumpy in some areas. I think it looks pretty good. I took the Black Series Commander Gree, which I have, and I was using that as reference for him. I painted in the green here, the green here. Once again, don't look at it from the back. Then we got the green up on the top, and that continues all the way. The green continues down to the chin, and then he's got a green head underneath because he's got a green visor, and that's probably like just the coolest detail, I think. I think that looks really cool, and it's really sets Gree apart from the other clones, and the silver helmet, of course. And honestly, just the whole look of him is just wildly different from all the other clones. Even the other Kashyyyk clones don't look quite like him at all. He's got a black torso, which I painted I tried to recreate the details from the original clone. I think I did a pretty good job on that. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I have the silver, you've got the green down here. I painted that belt. I think the belt looks pretty good. I'll put him in the light just a tad. You can see the green from his mask kind of goes down into the body, and it stops at the abdomen. I gave him dark green arms, sand green legs, kind of to throw it off a bit because the dark green matches this, and he's got different color green legs, but the standard green color really looked weird. So I went with sand green to kind of match the Kashyyyk Clone Scout, and I think this looks really good. This is definitely my favorite of the three, and honestly one of my favorite custom minifigures that I've made in a while. I think he looks really cool, and I'm pretty happy with him. So yeah, that's Commander Gree. So yeah, guys, that about wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these custom minifigures in the style of the 2005 to 2008 Lego Clone Troopers that Lego did for episode 3. I'm very happy with these. They look great on the shelf. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you guys liked this video, like I said. So if you did, leave a like, comment down below, and be sure to subscribe. I'll be doing more videos in the near future. I've got a lot more customs to showcase, and I can't say if I'm going to be doing any more stop motions. It's pretty unlikely, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. We'll see. I've got some scripts that I really want to cover, so maybe I'll be doing some more stop motions. And if you notice the name change, which you might have, Jack Stone is a character from Lego. You can do your own research into him. But the Jack Marmar, I'm kind of done with that because I was mixing too many brands, too many different things, calling it Jack Marmar this, Jack Marmar that. This is just Jack Stone bricks from now on. I just think it's a... It makes it more clear cut with what is what. Jack Marmar being my music, my terrible music, if any of you guys have listened to it. And then Jack Stone bricks will be this. And I'm also working on a new channel, Jack Maroney, which I actually did start a few years ago, but more word on that in the future. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I kind of want to keep everything separated. But yeah, we'll see. Thank you guys very much for watching again. Hope you enjoyed.